everyone, welcome to my academy channel. So I'm glad to start and sharing you all in these channels, and this is the first video that I will talking and practice or sharing about Linux CentOS installation and something new which update in its latest version of the CentOS, and there are some issues during installation that happen in our VMware. And the last one I would like to say is apologize to all of you that this video I make with voiceovers, that I want to recap it in English that may be easy to all our learner or student in the world who is beginning with the Linux or researching with the Linux, especially CentOS Linux CentOS Stream 10, that is the latest version. And for my experience, from the CentOS 5, 6, 7, and 8, there are some configuration and the installation process are not changed. But after matches about match 20 and 25, CentOS will release the new CentOS Stream 10. There are something new and something changed in the configuration, and something changed for its installation process. So that's why I want to share for all of you who are studying or working with the CentOS system. The first, maybe we need to talk something about Linux or history of Linux, yes. And when we talk about the CentOS, we need to think about the Red Hat. So Red Hat is known that not all the customer interact with the enterprise feature. And now you see that CentOS is the best alternative of the Red Hat, and for this latest version we can get it by or download it from the CentOS official website, like you see on the screen. And end of life of the version about 2030 in May. Yes, end of May 2030. Okay, so the best alternative of Red Hat, I recommend for two operating system. The first is CentOS, and the second is Fedora. And they are at the two operating system that alternative of Red Hat also, but it not so about the branding of Red Hat. The first we call like Rocky Linux, and other one sorry, I forget for the other one. Just mention that the two operating system is the best alternative of Red Hat, but it's not so the brand of the Red Hat. When we talk about the Red Hat, yes, for if you are the student, don't worry. Red Hat and CentOS are the same, but just the Red Hat is the enterprise Linux, which currently is not free, so it needs the license to for the real world. So for who is studying or who is a student and university or researching about the CentOS, about the Linux, we can use CentOS because all the configuration and system are the same to Red Hat. As I mentioned, one is the free and the one is the license. Okay, so now look to the screen that I will process to set up it on my VMware Fusion, and for who use the Windows 10, Windows 11, you can install VMware Workstation Pro at least version 17. So why we need for 17 version? Yes, the 17 version, I think maybe the latest version of the VMware, and if it the latest version, it when we install the new virtual machine, maybe we can see the latest CentOS version also, or any operating system that is latest. If you use the old version of VMware, so you will got the OS older too, right? And for who use the MacBooks, okay, MacBooks or Apple product, we need for me I recommend for VMware Fusion Pro version 13 or later, but currently I think the latest version of VMware Fusion is 13. So if either 13 version of Fusion or VMware Workstation Pro on Windows 17 version, but these two versions is still have not the latest version of the CentOS. Like you see, CentOS is only got version 8 on VMware Fusion Pro version 13. But currently the CentOS is released for CentOS Stream 10. Yes, in Stream 10. And so for me, I was download already about the ISO file of the CentOS Stream 10 from its official website. But at here in the VMware Fusion, I choose for platform of Fedora. Yeah, Fedora. Don't worry about that. We can choose Fedora or the CentOS 8 version. It okay, but for me, I choose Fedora. So for you are follow or practice, you can choose CentOS version 8 or if you see which is the latest version, you can choose it. So and here maybe I would like to summarize for the VMware Fusion to you. Yes, this step I just choose the plan that store our virtual machine, and for me I store in my external, yes, in my external drive. Okay, and I create new folder to store it. Yes, CentOS installation, and then mention the date of the lab. Okay, okay, you can put the name for what you want. Okay. So I create folder already to store my virtual machine. For me, when you use the VMware to create virtual machine, I recommend choose customize, create for customized machine. Don't use the typical. Customize, we can custom. Yeah, like you see, we can custom everything during the config. Yes, okay. We can change. Yeah, you see, but we for my Fusion Pro just have only CentOS version 8. So that's why I choose Fedora. Then Fedora is not mentioned the version. And here I recommend RAM at least 2 GB, and the processor at least 2 core processor. And for the display, we no need about the 3D graphics. We just use the full resolution and show the strength display that we can strengthen the VMware with our computer screen or laptop screen. And here network, I think maybe you know already. Network, you see for on Mac is like that, but if you use Windows, we see only NAT, okay, NAT and bridge and custom host only. Yes, there are 4 network tabs in the VMware Workstation Pro of the Windows. But if you use Apple or MacBooks, you see in the screen there are something different from the Windows. But it have NAT, bridge, host only, and custom. Yeah, the same to the Windows. And here for the hard drive configuration, you can change the space, but for me I use for the full space that it recommend for 20 GB. Okay, and here we need to select the CD. It means that we need to boot. Yeah, choose the boot file. The boot file is the ISO file that we download from CentOS website. Yes, you see here it around 7.41 GB. And that's all that's all now for our configuration. And here, yes, look at the download portal of the CentOS stream. Okay, you can download for x86 or 54-bit version, or ARM64. Yes, for the 32-bit of CPU. I mean that if your laptop use the Intel CPU with the 32 architecture, you need to download ARM file. Okay, if you download for H86 and for 64 that you see in the previous screen, it will not cannot boot. Okay. Wait, I will start boot for the. Yes, we will boot soon. Okay, and here for what happened, you maybe you see that there are something error. The problem is the virtual machine not support for SCSI hard drive connector. So the problem is on that. So it cannot boot through the CD. So the solution is we need to change hard. Yes, we need to change hard disk tab to hard disk connector to the IDE. You see, IDE. Okay. Yes. You see, if you choose SCSI, it cannot boot. Let's see together. It still cannot boot. You see? So the solution, we need to change the hard drive connector to IDE. And the way to change it, we have 2 ways to change this connector. In VMware, we have 2 ways. The first way you see in the previous screen, and the second way I will show you. Okay? Shut down machine first before we change it, and go to isolation. Yeah, you can change it here, or in this screen I other one. If we boot, it still errors. We need to configure for the other one. Other one, I mean, we need to change the BIOS tabs. BIOS tab, it not support UEFI. Yes, it support legacy. Okay, so let's show you. Yes, and go to isolation. Okay, wait, I just recheck for the CPU. Let's recheck for configuration. And I need to say sorry again that maybe the voice is not good because I use my phone for microphone. Yes, I use my iPhone for microphone to make voice over on this clip, and it still cannot boot. Okay, so we need to shut down the virtual machine first, and we go to setting and choose isolation. Just let's see together. Yes, here. Oh, sorry, not isolation. We click on advanced configuration, you see, and I will uncheck for UEFI to legacy, you see. Okay, and then we start boot again. I think it works now. So the problem is we choose the first. We need to choose that this virtual machine are not support for UEFI BIOS tab. So we need to change it to legacy BIOS tab. So here at the welcome or installation screen, there are three options. For the first one, if we need to install the new CentOS, like you see, and the second, just test the CD or test the ISO file that we download from the original website. And the last one is troubleshooting. It means we can use this troubleshooting after we install or we use the CentOS in the real world, and we want to troubleshoot some issue. Okay. So our lab, we need to choose the first option, install CentOS Stream 10, and here is the setup process, and it may take for 10 to 15 minutes during installation. And this step we choose for the language. I choose for English United States, and continue. And here the installation summary that we need to configure something. Okay, just recheck for the keyboard. And keyboard we can add some, if we need some keyboard layout we can add here. Yes. And here we choose for installation destination. Installation destination, you see that our hard disk have 20 GB only. Okay, this video you will see what is powerful, and you see what is the Linux different from the Windows. We need only 1 or 2 GB of RAM and 20 GB of hard drive, or sometimes we use only 10 GB of hard drive during setup. But the Windows I think cannot use that. So here in the CentOS stream 10 we need 4 special partition to complete the setup, complete the installation. If we miss one of the 4 partition, the installation, after installation, it cannot boot, it cannot process. I mean, it will error. For like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, there are something new of the CentOS installation on its latest version, stream 10. From version 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, we did only 3 partitions. But you see, BIOS boot is the special one partition that need to create it for the latest version. If we not create after installation, this our computer cannot boot. Yes, cannot boot the operating system, cannot boot the CentOS. So here we need 4 special partition. You see, the first is the root. Root partition is the partition that store all information of the user, configuration file of our server. And the second is boot partition. Boot partition is the partition that store system boot file. And the swap, the third partition we call swap. Swap is the virtual memory. And the last one I said that is the one point if change on the latest version, we call BIOS boot. Okay, and then you see what is special and that CentOS or Linux operating system are different from other operating system. You see, if we download the soft file or ISO file or OF file, one OF file have a different of usage. Yeah, different of the, I mean that different type of installation, you see. And here we see 6 options, 6 of we call 6 operating system that we can choose from one OF file. Okay, the first one, server with GUI. The first one is one that we will learn, we will practice in this channel with me, and I recommend for who is the beginner or the basic of Linux server or CentOS server, please choose the first one, server with GUI. And the second server, the second is the same or the first, but one point different. The first one will come with graphics user interface, and the second have not graphic user interface, but everything is the same. I mean, the operating or configuration file or usage. Yes, just what is different is one is GUI come with graphic and other one is not. And the third is minimal install. Minimal install, it means for who are want to or the level of starter or basic of the Linux, and it will not have the graphic for, and the four workstation, it means if we interact with the CentOS and you want to set up for your personal laptop in the real or in the physical computer, not in the VMware or some virtualized software, you can choose workstation. It will come with the very interactive wallpaper or interface for you, because it is for the desktop version or that we can set up on our physical PC. And the 5 custom operating system. Custom operating system, it means you can choose it if you want to expert or you want to research or you want to create the new brand of OS that are that we custom from CentOS. Okay, and the last one, virtualization host. It means if you choose here, it means that you will use CentOS like a virtualization. And you see the right corner, when you select one of that 6 option, it will show the feature for which option. So the feature is you just select what you need to use for your study or you need to use for your reverse. Yes, so don't choose something that we not expect to use it. Just choose what we use. Yes, so don't waste your memory or don't waste our hard drive. And here we need to set up the password for root user, and for the text on allow root as a login with password, Linux is not recommend to tick it, because when you tick it, it means you will allow user root to direct remote to the server via ASA protocol. Another one, we need to create the normal user. Yes, to add on with root user. So here we just put the full name, and then it will create login user for us automatically. Okay, the password must be strong. Linux user, if have not password, Linux not allowed to log in or not allowed to use it. Every user must come with password, and the password must be strong. Okay, you see, after select after we configure, we start the setup, and you see downloading package. Don't worry, downloading here is not mean our setup need to download from internet. No, it downloading from the source file. Yes, our ISO file. So don't worry that it may be slow because of internet. No, it just download from the ISO file. And here it preparing for transaction installation source. I think, as I remember, the package that need to set up is around 1641 package. Yes, after complete all the package, our setup is complete. Okay, let's see together. Oh, okay, you see 1000 with the 687 packet that need to install. Okay, at this step, just wait until it complete all the packet installation, and then we will get our CentOS system or CentOS Stream 10. Stream 10 is the latest version that end of life if 31st May 20 and 30. Okay, so we count from now. You can use it 5 years and then it will come with the new version. Okay, with the new version, let's see together what is the new version of the CentOS after 20 and 30. Yes, 2030. Okay. When you start your Windows 10 or 11, currently, yes, some use Windows 10 and other almost of personal I run on Windows 11. When the two Windows start up, you need at least 1.5G. Okay, and when you start at the application, at the software, like you start your VMware workstation or VMware Fusion, the software need at least 700 to 1 GB of RAM. So you think how remaining of your RAM? Yes, it remain only around 1 or 1.5G of RAM. And then you use that RAM for your virtual machine. So your personal PC will stuck. Yes. So you will stuck and you cannot use VMware. Not only slow with your virtual machine, but your whole physical laptop will stuck. Cannot use. Okay. So that's why I recommend, if your PC, your personal PC come with 4G of RAM on Core i3, please configure your virtual machine with one core processor. Yes, one core processor of CPU and 1 GB of RAM. Okay, but if your PC comes with 8G of RAM or high of capacity like Core i7, Core i9, 16 RAM, 8 RAM, 32 of RAM, it's not mind about this. You can configure your virtual machine with 4G of RAM, okay, 4 core processor of CPU. Like you see, for my virtual machine, I choose only 2 core processor with 2 2 GB of RAM, and so I need only 10 to 15 minutes to complete my setup. And about this CentOS, on the feature that we add up on selection software, just like I mentioned above, if we choose a little feature, so our setup will fast too. But if you choose more feature, so the setup will slow too. Okay, so the slow, as my experience of teaching, my student ask, teacher, why my friend laptop setup is so fast, but my laptop is very slow? Why? Yes, that is what I talking about. It's slow during setup or fast. The first is based on our physical computer, and the second is based on our configuration on virtual machine. Okay. Thank you for your watching again, and let's go on for the next video. I will try to record and share to you and on this channel that my channel name is IT Academy, or you can search by my name, Davith Pen, DAVITHPEN. On the YouTube you see all my channel. Okay, thank you for your watching. Goodbye and good luck. See you again for the next video. Okay, and let's see together what happened after the package installation completed. Okay, the first you see it slow, but after you see on the screen, it will come so fast. Okay, and if I look to the minute, yes, it takes around 12 minutes to 12 minutes and 13 or 13. Okay, so just wait what happened after the installation is complete. Okay, I hope this video can help all of you who is the beginner of the CentOS or the beginner of Linux, or the student that are researching about the Linux. So I think this video may be helpful to you. Okay, so you see after our installation complete, it requires us to reboot. So yes, after reboot you see the login screen. So the login screen, Linux will hide the root user. Okay, it show only normal user. It is the characteristic of the Linux. I will detail about why the Linux hide the super user or root user, and why we not allow the root login by SSH. I will detail for the next video. Okay. Yes, you see after complete we see the very yes, I like it. It's very interesting wallpaper. It's very clean and simple. Okay, it is Linux CentOS Stream 10. Okay, thank you.